Before Google existed, searching the internet was slow, confusing, and often frustrating. In the early days of the web, people relied on search engines that simply matched keywords, often returning pages that were irrelevant or difficult to trust. As the internet expanded rapidly, finding useful information became harder every day. In 1996, two PhD students at Stanford University, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, believed there had to be a better solution. They asked a simple but revolutionary question. What if a search engine could understand which websites were actually important, instead of just counting how many times a word appeared? Working inside a small university research lab, they began developing a new algorithm that analyzed how web pages were connected to one another. Their idea was based on the belief that links between websites could act like recommendations, helping identify the most valuable information. After weeks of coding, testing, and improving their system, the results were remarkable. Searches became faster, cleaner, and far more accurate than anything available at the time. What started as a university experiment quickly attracted attention across campus. Inspired by the mathematical word Gogol, they chose the name Google, representing an almost limitless amount of information. With a small garage, a few computers, and an ambitious dream, they took the first step toward building one of the most influential technology companies in history. By 1998, the search engine was growing faster than anyone had expected. More students, researchers, and internet users were discovering that it delivered cleaner and more accurate search results than its competitors. What had started as a university research project was quickly becoming something much bigger. An experienced technology investor immediately recognized its potential and wrote the company's very first investment check. That single decision gave the founders the resources they needed to transform their idea into a real business. The small team moved from a crowded garage into its first office. There were no luxury buildings, expensive furniture, or giant conference rooms, just passionate engineers, old computers, whiteboards filled with ideas, and a shared dream of building the world's best search engine. Every new employee believed they were working on something that could change the future of the internet. Long days turned into late nights as the team continuously improved their search algorithm, making it faster, smarter, and more reliable with every update. Word spread rapidly across universities, businesses, and homes. More people switched to the new search engine because it simply worked better. As millions of searches were performed every day, investors, technology experts, and media organizations began paying attention. In just a few years, the small startup had become one of Silicon Valley's fastest-growing technology companies. But for its founders, this was only the beginning. Their mission remained simple: to organize the world's information and make it useful for everyone. By the early 2000s, the company had evolved far beyond a simple search engine. Millions of people relied on it every day, and the team realized that organizing the world's information meant creating more than just better search results. It meant building an entire ecosystem of digital services. In 2004, the company made history by launching its initial public offering, or IPO. Overnight, it became one of the world's most valuable technology companies, giving it the resources to pursue even bigger ambitions. That same year, a revolutionary email service was introduced with 1 gigabyte of free storage. At a time when most email providers offered only a few megabytes, it completely changed people's expectations. Soon after, digital mapping technology allowed users to explore cities, plan journeys, and navigate unfamiliar places with incredible accuracy. The company continued expanding by acquiring one of the fastest-growing online video platforms in history, opening the door to a new era of digital entertainment. It also invested in a mobile operating system that would eventually power billions of smartphones around the world. Then came a fast, secure web browser that transformed how people experience the internet. Every new product strengthened the company's ecosystem, connecting search, communication, navigation, entertainment, and mobile technology into one powerful platform. In less than a decade, the small startup from a university campus had become one of the most influential technology companies on Earth. But an even greater revolution was waiting just around the corner: artificial intelligence. By the 2010s, Google had already transformed the way people searched for information, but the company believed that search alone was no longer enough. The next technological revolution would be powered by artificial intelligence. Google invested billions of dollars into AI research, building teams dedicated to teaching computers how to learn, reason, recognize images, understand human language, and solve complex problems. Instead of simply following programmed instructions, these new systems could improve by learning from enormous amounts of data. One of the biggest milestones came when an AI system defeated one of the world's greatest Go champions, a game so complex that many experts believed computers would need decades to master it. The victory demonstrated that artificial intelligence had entered a completely new era. Soon, AI quietly became part of everyday life. It helped people translate languages, recognize speech, organize photos, recommend videos, filter spam emails, and provide smarter search results. Most users benefited from AI every day without even realizing it. As generative AI emerged, technology entered another historic chapter. AI could now write text, generate images, summarize information, answer questions, and even assist programmers in writing software. Today, artificial intelligence is shaping healthcare, education, transportation, and scientific research. The company that once organized the world's information is now helping build the future of intelligent computing. But with this incredible power comes an equally important responsibility: to develop AI that is safe, useful, and beneficial for humanity. As Google grew into one of the most powerful technology companies in the world, new challenges began to emerge. Governments, regulators, and users started asking difficult questions about privacy, competition, and the influence of large technology platforms. Investigations were launched in several countries to determine whether major tech companies had become too dominant in digital markets. At the same time, concerns about personal data, online advertising, and user privacy became increasingly important. But while these debates continued, another battle was unfolding behind the scenes: the race to build the most advanced artificial intelligence systems. New AI companies emerged, and competition in the technology industry intensified rapidly. Generative AI changed expectations almost overnight. People could now ask questions in natural language, generate content instantly, and receive detailed answers within seconds. The future of search was beginning to evolve from finding links to providing intelligent assistance. To remain competitive, Google accelerated its AI research, expanded its data center infrastructure, and invested heavily in next-generation computing technologies. The company focused not only on making AI more powerful, but also on improving safety, reliability, and responsible development. Today, the competition for AI leadership is one of the most important technological races in history. The outcome could influence education, healthcare, business, scientific discovery, and the way billions of people interact with technology every day. Nearly 3 decades after 2 PhD students began working on a search project inside a university laboratory, Google has grown into one of the most influential technology companies in human history. What started with a simple mission, to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible, has transformed the way billions of people learn, work, communicate, and explore the world every single day. Today, Google's technologies extend far beyond search. Artificial intelligence, cloud computing, mobile operating systems, online video, digital maps, cybersecurity, and scientific research have become part of a vast ecosystem, serving people across almost every country on Earth. The company is now investing in the future of AI: quantum computing, healthcare, sustainable technology, and advanced scientific research. Engineers continue building systems designed to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges, from improving medical discoveries to making information more accessible for everyone. But Google's story is about more than technology. It is a reminder that history can be changed by curiosity, persistence, and the courage to challenge old ideas. Every revolutionary invention begins with someone asking a simple question: can this be done better? The next chapter of innovation has not been written yet. Somewhere, another student is working late in a small room. Another entrepreneur is chasing an impossible dream. And another idea is waiting to change the world. Because every great revolution begins with one idea.